Okay, friends, it is the final day. Season. Oh, it's 122. Why does I think it was 120? Anyways, this will be. Oh, I got some defensive wins there. Wow. So I have Freya on defense. And let's go. So, my friends, this is it. The final day for me, and I'm done with Art of War. Pretty much done with a lot of stuff. So I just takes up too much time that can be spent in other things, family. Well, just in my case, especially like uh, reading the Bible and getting preparing myself for that, um, to be able to talk to others about the gospel and things like that, and just can't believe I'm going to lose this battle here, but so yeah, just couldn't really incredible, couldn't really justify 2 hours a day on a game, and that doesn't really benefit me anything. It's fun. I mean, time pass and passing time, but our time is valuable and it's worth. It has its consequences and different things. How we use our time, right? I might win this one. I don't know. So, for me, I just couldn't justify this any longer. Spending the 3 hours a day or whatever it is on this, and this stuff like this just super frustrating. Where one guy takes me out, wastes. Oh, I won. And he is cool. Um, but yeah, I'm too competitive. I spend a lot of time trying to figure out forms and stuff like that, and it's just a lot of time. So as a Christian, and not just like someone who says, "Oh, I'm just a Christian because I go to church once every week or whatever." Um, but if you look up the biblical definition of a Christian is a follower of Christ. So how do you follow Christ if you don't know his teachings? And I'm gonna miss a lot of people. Met a lot of really cool people, like talking on Discord with my clan, other people like that. Met a lot of nice folks. Um, and I'm still available on Discord if anyone wants to talk about stuff. But this will more than likely be the final countdown here for me. So I'm saying farewell to all my friends, and I wish you guys all the best. But most importantly, is how is your relationship with have you been reconciled to the Father, and that's only through Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ is Lord, and that is pretty much the gospel and all that entails. If he is your Lord, he's your king, your master, and then therefore you have choices to make to serve your king, or there's consequences. So there's always, you choose who you're going to serve. You have a choice. So that was kind of what it came down for me for my time. And it's not even my time. It's the time that God has given me, and how am I using it? And the Bible says, like, redeem the time, for the days are evil. So am I redeeming the time, or I'm just wasting it away? Because I've spent hours on a formation, trying to perfect it and get it better, and that's just like that. I can't. How can I if I can't? That's taking away time from talking to other people, being with my family, or all kinds of other things. More important things. I can't really justify any longer just being like, oh. So even this is like, we got like a half hour on this game here, and just for these battles, and if you can do everything else, it's going to take more time. But it's not just this. Sports. What are your priorities in life? Like, what in the end, is this going to matter if I played this game? Does it help me any? Um, if I'm just using it to pass time, why aren't I passing time doing other things that are more productive? So all these things I just had to just kind of reconcile. So my friends, after 4 years, yeah, I got my 4-year badge. Calling it quits. Got to wrap it up. And that's with anything that's getting in the way. If you are a Christian and it's getting in the way of what you know you should be doing. If your heart or your conscience is convicting you, then it's like, hey, this has got to go. So draw near to God, and He'll draw near to you. I know a lot of you guys don't hold the same beliefs that I do, but yeah, it was hindsight's 2020 always, and you can be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Well, we move forward. We're only living in the present, and so with that in mind, I can't be um, I can regret like what I've done in the past, but that doesn't really help me. So just moving forward and not repeating my mistakes, spending my time wisely, things like that. So my friends, this game took a lot of my time. I kind of regret that, uh, and so that's why ETPC is tapping out here, my friends. Um, yeah, I do still have my YouTube channel, but even that, it's not. Don't tell me I'm going to lose this one. I'm going to lose this one probably. But even that, I mean, as we're supposed to use if we have our time, we get a job, we support our families and take care of those that are in need. This guy gonna kite my entire army. Work hard with your hands to provide for your family, you know. So if the YouTube channels, if it's getting in the way of that, then that's gonna go to like this isn't. Why was I going with that? Oh, as far as, just whatever it is, whatever you do with your life, serve God with it and do what's right. And talking to, if you profess to be a Christian and your life should reflect that, you should be a follower of Christ and everything that entails, not just going to church once a week, but we should know what Christ command. If Jesus is your Lord, then there's lots of ramifications that go with. And just look how the disciples lived. And that's what a Christian was or is. So not just in word, but in deed also. You know a tree by its fruit, and how people act and how they talk and everything. So that's that. I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. So I do encourage everyone that is claiming to be a Christian to, look what that means in the Bible and truly be a Christian and be a follower of Christ and be reconciled to the Father through Him. And that's pretty much all that matters. I mean, we're talking about eternity here. So, yeah, not really sure what else could be more important than that. And there isn't anything more important than that. And then we have responsibilities. I mean, if you're a husband, if you're a son, if you're a wife, if you're a brother, we have responsibilities. and we should know what the gospel is and be able to share it with those that we love, and we should love everybody, and that is love, is sharing the gospel with them, so hopefully that they can be reconciled to God as well. Wow, I do not know what happened on this one, so good for you, buddy. That was crazy. Usually my my just runs over people with that, but that was interesting. Okay, did I use the wrong one? I don't think I did. Let's see what this one does here. So my friends, that's where I'm at, and yeah, just redeem the time. Just be think about like what's going on in this life. No one's guaranteed tomorrow, and what does it profit a man if you gain the whole world but you forfeit your soul? And that's really all that matters for you, for your loved ones, for your friends, for everybody. So doesn't have any. This one's got those guys. Okay. So I'm gonna, yeah, this is where I say goodbye, my friends. And I just thought I'd reach out in this last video. It's actually letting me record and say farewell to everybody. And thanks for the support. And I know everyone doesn't agree with what I say. Probably most people don't. Even those that say they are Christians, a lot of them don't agree with what I say. But it doesn't matter what I say. It only matters really what the scriptures say. So yeah, it's important, very important. How are we reconciled to the Father? If we're still in sin, we're dead in our trespasses and sin. So we have to die to ourselves, die to what we want, and live for Christ. Because you're either going to serve one of two masters, and then there's like people that are like, oh, I'm an atheist or whatever, and I don't believe all that stuff. I was talking to a guy, and he's like, yeah, nothing. There was nothing, and it created everything, or everything came out of a black hole, and all this stuff. So I was like, basically, your God is nothing that created everything. Everything compacted into something size, just weird stuff. So people will make up a lot of stuff to deny what they know is true, but they suppress the truth in unrighteousness, and that's what it says in the Bible, that they care about their basically what they want to do, and it's if Jesus is Lord, it's not about what you want to do. It's about what He wants to do, which is all, and ultimately is best for us. So, like, what is the problem with submitting to a king that wants what's best for you, right? So, and that's once again is the deception, is you're only going to serve one of two masters. It's either you're serving God or you're serving Satan. That's it. Those are your choices. If you think you're serving yourself or like you're going to do what you want to do, you're deceived into following Satan. That's all there is to it. So those are the two camps. Those are the two sides. There's a broad way that leads to destruction, and there's a narrow way that leads to life. And that's it. There's not every path leads to God and all this stuff. It's just those are your choices. So I would encourage you guys to look into it. gain understanding, gain knowledge, gain wisdom. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So understanding that there's consequences for our actions, and God's our enemy, and how to be reconciled to God. If we're walking and living in sin, it's a bad place to be. Not only is it bad for us here, but it makes God your enemy. So yeah, I care about you guys, and I wish that we would all come to the knowledge of the truth that Jesus is Lord. And that's what I am. So I'm leaving this game, and pretty much just it says run the race. That's throw off anything that hinders, And if this is hindering your walk, or if you're convicted of how you're spending your time, then there's probably a reason for that. So this will be the final day, unless something changes, unless But as far as I can see, I just can't justify this spending this much time on a game, even like watching TV or something like that. It's like, what am I doing? How is that benefiting me? Unless I'm watching something that's going to benefit me and build me up and encourage me or whatever, then what are we doing? Just watching TV, watching sports, just passing time. It's not even. I mean, if you're a believer, if you're a Christian, then like it's not even your time. So what are you doing with the time that God has given you? You know what I mean? So oh, I should have held off on that. I didn't see the magic apprentices there, but that's okay. Okay, well, that's where I'm at, my friends. And I know a lot of you don't agree with that, and a lot of people take offense at what I'm saying. But I can't really help that. I can't believe someone's got a Celine just owns this guy. I don't believe he's in there. I mean, look at this stuff. Just look at this game. Even it's got like all the names of the Greek gods and things like that, which personally I think were probably some kind of truth to what they were. Some kind of superhero type things, whether part angel and part man or whatever. There's just pretty much every culture has a story about these things. So where there's smoke, there's usually fire. Pretty much every culture has a flood story. Um, there's just a lot of seems to be there's got to be some truth to it. So my friends, it's been a I would like to even say it's been fun, but a lot of this game is just frustrating. It just frustrates you anyways, because like you spend a lot of time like building a form that you think is going to perform well, and then you take it into the arena and just get wiped out or whatever. It's just it can be a little frustrating. I'm sure you guys all know what that's like. Watch some of Kadavu's videos. He gets pretty frustrated. And if a game's not like fun, like well, if we're not having fun, if it's just making us angry or whatever, probably not a good idea to play it. But more importantly, I would say that if it's just taken away from time that where we could be using it more wisely, um, that's what I would say. So, not sure what I'm gonna do with my account. I don't know if I'm just gonna delete it or what. But I know with myself, I I'm super competitive, and I just pushed the wrong button there. That was the wrong one. I needed my other formation in here, but oh well. So, oh, maybe not. Maybe that one's going to be okay. Maybe I didn't need those rear defenders with all those frost archers in there. Okay, seemed to be pretty good. Didn't know that. Well, I wish you all the best, and I hope that you guys all come to the knowledge of the truth and wake up, because you have an adversary out there that is trying to destroy you. And if you're deceived, you've already lost. You're in deception, and there's a lot of deception out there. And you think you're in the right, you think you know the truth, and you're not. And I was like that for a long time, and I'm hoping that I'm not right now. But that's why you're going to examine yourself to see if you're in the faith. Study as if your life depends on it, because it does. Seek the truth with all your heart. Don't just like fall into some kind of a trap of like, just a routine. I mean, it's okay, like life, get in a routine, but get in a good routine in your life where you're doing what's right, and seeking God. So, I don't know. I've been at my job for about 20 years, and a lot of people have died. The place that I is employed by me, or my employer, I mean, they hire a lot of people, so probably 1,000-ish people that work there, and or over 500. But I've worked with people, then like the next day, like they're dead. People younger than me, people a little older than me, they didn't know. They didn't know if they were gonna die, or if they did. It's just driving home from work, and boom, you get hit by a car or something, and it's over. So it puts some perspective on it. None of us are getting any younger, So today is the day of salvation. Well, have I lost? Did I? Oh yeah, I lost that one to that crazy Davy form that took me out, which is really weird. Usually, I haven't lost to a Davy since I think I made that form. Since I altered it a little bit, so that was pretty interesting. We'll use the Kadavu one on this one. Higher output of damage, I think, with the... We'll see how this one goes. Oh, it could be bad. He's got all his guys all grouped up. Should just be absolutely destroying them, but it doesn't look like that's what's happening. All right, now the cannons start establishing dominance. It's close there, though. Oh, actually went pretty quick on these fights. So it's kind of a load off my shoulders. I mean, I just wasn't able to put in the time to to be like, hey, the wife or something wants to go for a walk, and I'm like, oh, I gotta play my game. I was like, what's going on with that? Family's always got to come first. Missed them with only got the few in the back there. This isn't looking real great. All right, it's looking a little better now. Thin the herd out a little bit. And that was too, it wasn't fair to my clan where I'm just like, oh, yeah, guys, I'm not going to be able to, I'll miss the last 2 days or whatever because of anything going on. Because I wasn't going to be like that where if my wife wants to do something the last minute, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be like, oh, sorry, I got to play my game. What's this guy? Interesting. I don't think that you can beat my Kills Davy form, but we'll see. Got everyone in a nice little pile there. Thank you. Oh boy, well, maybe this guy's putting the hurt on me. He tanks like a wet paper bag, though, so there we go. Alrighty. Well, my friends, few minutes left here before I bid you all adieu. So if you got any comments, questions, anything like that, if you guys are going to a church, just question everything. If you have to reinterpret what the Bible plainly says to match your doctrine, that's a red flag. Just be really careful. If there are things that seem to contradict what you believe, then go with what the scriptures say. I did that for years. I was taught something, and then if I read something contrary in the Bible, I'd be like, oh, I know it says that, but it can't mean that. So just the plain teaching of the text and what they're saying, and you look in the scriptures, it repeats itself over and over and over and over and over again. Wow, I can't believe I lost that one. That's pretty crazy. All right, there's another loss, and that's what's super frustrating. It's like, man, good night. That one, I don't even know what happened there. Somehow I got beat down by that form. Just kind of ran over everybody. Didn't even, While it killed my Davy too. So lost a couple there. All right, little magic apprentices, get in there. Well, take them out there. Oh my goodness. Down goes my Celine. Should get a W here, but we'll see how it goes. Depends if his Davison catches a heel here from these invincible guys. Didn't, and so we should get the W. So just a shout out to everybody that made this game fun. All my clan members, everybody. Had a lot of people that I've been, pretty competitive with over the years. Lots of battles back and forth. Yeah, all for yeah, just can't regret and just move on and just do what's right after that. So can't play the woulda, shoulda, coulda game. It's just not beneficial at all. That's a pretty good form there, Mr. Dr. Veracruz. So, yep, I just would encourage you believers to just seek the truth and don't let anything get in the way. All right, well, coming to an end here, my friends. So it's been a good ride, I guess. I wish everybody the best and take care out there and seek the truth while you still can. Be reconciled to God. Jesus Christ is Lord, and everything that entails. It means you must be obedient to Him if He's your Lord. You can't just be our own boss, our own God. Oh, I believe in Jesus, or I asked Jesus into my heart, or whatever, and then just go on about your life, doing what you want to do, sinning every day in thought, word, and deed, and you think God's going to be okay with that. There's a lot of verses that tell us what happens to people that continue in sin. So don't fall for the lie that everyone's a sinner. Everyone just continues in sin and thought, word, and deed. That cannot be. If you're walking in intentional sin, it's over. You're not a Christian. You're not following Christ. And that's the plain truth of the Bible. So if you do sin, yeah, you have an advocate with the Father, but that's not talking about like, oh, I just go murder someone, then Christ's going to advocate for you. I don't think it's like if you go on sinning intentionally, there no longer remains a sacrifice for sins. Not even sure why I'm collecting this, because that's the end right there, my friends. So farewell, everybody. Take care. Do what's right. Love one another. Be reconciled to God through Jesus Christ while there's still time, and everything that entails. Search for it. You got one shot at this life. If you put as much into your relationship with God as you do with this game, it'll be pretty amazing. So that's what I'm going to do, is dedicate this time that I'm spending on this game, cut back on my YouTube. I'm still going to provide for my family with the best that I can, with what God has given me and blessed me with. But yeah, it's just time to get serious. It's been time to get serious. And so that's what I'm just saying is we got to be serious and live our lives accordingly. So much love, everyone. I wish you all the best, like I said. Take care, and I hope to see you guys on the other side. Don't be deceived. There's a lot of deception out there. There's all kinds of deception, my friends. And there's so many different religions out there and philosophies and other things, and they can't all be right. They can be all wrong, but they can't be all right. There's a lot of them are contradictory. I mean, the major religions are contradictory, so which one's right? They can't. One can't be right. Like just for example, Hinduism, it says all paths lead to God, so that would include Jesus. They'll tell you Jesus is God, is a God. He's one of the ways to the Father. They'll tell you all that, but then Jesus said, "I'm the only way." So how can you reconcile that? How could they reconcile that? So that's just one example. It's not Krishna, it's not Buddha, it's not all these other gods, it's not Zeus. These are all just names for basically Satan. He's a deceiver. Ra, Moloch, Baal, whatever, all of the evil one. So, did I finish the top of my clan? I don't think so. Rankings. So who pulled off the thing? Where could I even find that at? $557. Not the best finish ever, but respectable, I guess. A clan report. Oh, good job, Lycan. Edged me out by quite a bit. Good finish, everybody in the clan. At least I didn't pull you guys down on the last day. Helped out a little bit. I don't know how many days I missed this season, but all right, everybody. Yeah, we'll take care. Hit me up on Discord if you got any questions. And ETPC signing out.